The PTA Disbands is one of the episodes of The Simpsons that I've seen more than most. I don't know why, maybe it was just on TV quite a bit, but it's definitely one that I know quite well. And I have to be honest, it's not one of my favourites. Maybe that's part and parcel. Maybe because I've seen it more than most episodes, it's not my favourite. But it's definitely not a bad episode. This was released in April 1995, directed by Swinton Scott III. It's the 21st episode of the 6th season. And Bart ends up forcing Mrs. Krabappel to lead a teacher's strike. And Principal Skinner's hands are tied. He doesn't really know what to do. But he does end up getting in other substitute teachers. And some of those teachers are the students' parents, including Marge. Things have backfired on Bart tremendously. And I have to say, that aspect of it I really liked. I liked seeing Marge in this kind of role of authority. She doesn't really get that opportunity that often, so when she did, it was something that I thought was, I really appreciated it. And then other people become involved, and certain criminals become involved, and I won't say much more about that. But it definitely takes some interesting turns that I wasn't expecting, and that's something that I thought worked very well. We also have some interesting scenes between Mrs. Krabappel and Skinner. With the benefit of hindsight, it's really interesting to see their relationship, professional relationship, and kind of how that worked out as well. So I have to say it's a really enjoyable episode. I just think I've seen it too many times that it's never going to be one of my favourites, which is absolutely fine. Not every episode can be my favourite. When I try and think of certain aspects of it that stood out to me more than others, there isn't really anything. There's nothing that I loved that I thought was particularly funny or particularly entertaining, but on the flip side, there's nothing that stood out to me as being bad or underdeveloped or something that I would have liked to have seen done differently. So for me, it definitely is just an all-round pretty decent episode, but one that will never be my favourite. The PTA Disbands, for me, is one that I can take or leave, but generally speaking, it's not so bad.